Hello everyone. Today's video is all about self-reflection and how to perform imaginal acts to manifest your desire. As you all are aware, this channel is all about manifestation and primarily follows the teachings of Neville Goddard. I know you all are familiar with the law, or if you are watching my videos every day, you now know about it. But the main question is, are you guys applying this knowledge or not? Are you guys hearers of the word or doers of the word? James 1:22, be doers of the word rather than just hearers. Otherwise, you are deceiving yourselves. If you are only hearing the words and then complaining that things are not changing for you, then you are deceiving yourself. After watching this video, if you get motivated and repeat your affirmations or perform imaginal acts, then you are doing okay. But if you don't live with it the majority of the day, then you are not the doer of the law. I can only motivate you to perform your imaginal acts by creating these videos every day. But for the majority of the day, only you have to maintain your discipline. To stay disciplined, I am going to share with you some questions that you have to ask yourself every night before going to bed. This will help you recognize how little you perform your imaginal acts and live with the old programming for the majority of your days. If you ask yourself these questions daily, you will discipline yourself and your manifestation will appear. But first, let me talk about what you have to do during the day. I will only mention some major points that you have to include in your daily activities. It is wonderful that you woke up this morning. After watching this video, keep your phone aside and go outside for a walk and consume some sunlight. It is winter time, and sunlight is a miraculous phenomenon that has no substitutes. I am talking about sunlight because all of us were created from the elements of nature. The sun is associated with fire, and consuming its light ignites the inner fire within. When this inner fire is ignited, you become unstoppable and achieve the things you consider impossible. It will keep you motivated the majority of the day, and this intrinsic motivation is required for you to stay on the path of bringing about a change in your life. Now, another thing that you have to do in the morning is perform an imaginal act. You have to do this every morning. I recommend that you devote only 30 minutes per day to this imaginal act. Go to a place where there are fewer distractions. For the next 30 minutes, your whole focus should be devoted to that imagined act. I prefer to do a visual scene where I am performing some action from a first-person perspective. The most important thing I do during those 30 minutes is to live as if that this imaginal act is real. How do I do this? Well, if I move my hand in imagination and touch something, I feel the surface of it. I touch it, try to feel it, and watch it from the first-person perspective the whole time. If another person is involved, I try to hear them and feel their presence. Suppose my imaginary scene is that I am receiving a rose from my partner. I will close my eyes, sit on a chair, place my hands in a comfortable position, and watch the rose. I will notice its red color and the green stem with no thorns on it. I will keep this picture in front of my imaginary eyes for some time so that my attention is focused only on this red rose that has no thorns on its stem. Now, I will watch my partner holding this red rose with no thorns on it with a big smile on her face. I will keep my attention on this visual scene for a few minutes. This visual scene will become colorful. My partner stood with an extended arm, offering this rose to me with a smiling face. I can watch her eyes and smile. I can notice her skin tone and some special marks on her face. Now, with this image, I will try to feel her presence. I can feel the comfort, the love, and the joy of receiving this flower. With this visual scene of her smiling face standing with an extended arm holding the red rose with no thorns, I added another dimension to this visual scene, a dimension of feeling comfort, joy, and love. Now, I will focus on it for a few more minutes, and now, I will try to hear her voice and hear what I want to hear from her. Maybe I love you, darling, this is for you, or will you be my partner? Whatever I want to hear, I hear it in her voice, knowing that she is saying it to me. Now that I have added another dimension to it, I will focus on it for some time. You will notice that it has become easy now because you have devoted some time of your day to this imaginal act. The final, but not least, part of this imagined act is to add some movement of self. I would extend my arm and take the rose from her. I would feel it holding it in my hand. I can feel the texture of the petals, and I can feel the stem without thorns on it. After a while of repeating this imagined scene, I will begin to perceive it as natural and real. I would do this for some days till I felt fulfilled and satisfied with this act. When I felt it was real, I naturally became bored with it. My desire to receive a rose from my partner would fade, and I would eventually receive the rose from my partner. At this point, you will know why all of them say that you already have your desire. You successfully planted the seed that will sprout into a beautiful tree or manifestation. I would suggest you to do it for 30 minutes, as it would be more than enough for your imaginary act. Just stick with one scene that would imply the fulfillment of your desire. Create this scene based on your desires and what you believe will occur. Do not ask another person to create this scene. It must be personal. Now go and enjoy your day, live fully, and do your daily activities. At noon before having lunch, sit with yourself, close your eyes, and repeat some affirmations. Remind yourself that you already have the object of your desire. Do it for around 10 minutes, then have your food and perform your daily activities. Also, repeat this activity before dinner. Before going to bed, you have to ask yourself the questions I was referring to at the beginning of the video. These questions would help you stay disciplined and on track when manifesting your desired reality. The first question is, did I put any work towards my manifestation today? Work here refers to the imagined act, the affirmations, and the mental diet. The second question is, do I feel fulfilled, or am I still desiring it? The third question, am I seeking some signs in my external reality? The fourth question, who do I think I am now? The answers to these questions will strengthen your ability to carry out your imagined acts. After a few days of living by your imagination, you will feel fulfilled. You will stop seeking signs, and you will know who you are now. So, I hope you got the clarity you were seeking. Subscribe if today you learned something new. I will meet you with another golden nugget. Happy manifesting!